What's up, people? Last time we had
all of his co-workers
actual
were gone.
ending.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed a memo. Still, every door is locked though. I'm trying to find other possible endings, but I've only had two so far. The confusing ending, which pretty much sounds like me, something I would do.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The right, he immediately corrected us, saying that we went the wrong way. So I'll just go left again. Try and follow the story for now.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Do not alter
Feeling a
without
wave
consult
of disbelief,
whiteboard manager.
Stanley
There's
decided
a
to go
whiteboard
up
manager.
to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Can I have this job? Whiteboard manager, just... This is my whiteboard, don't you dare touch it. Planning group. Floor 4XX. Alright, we're on fourth floor or something, which is why I'm employee 427. To do, synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market per ad. Monetize free to play. They should have done this for this game. Free to play. That's the way of the future, because it's free. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things plus money. We have our new product. Mike James, you are fired. What did it say? Happy feelings. I don't think that's something you could buy. Can I add like more money? No, there's more money. What more do you want? You want things? You want money? You want... Okay, but money buys happiness, so happy feelings. Yeah, okay. Mike James, I'm glad you got fired, man. Happy feelings. So girly, man. I want it. Don't get fired. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you. Yeah, let's not go into the broom closet again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think I'm gonna go downstairs now. Last time we just went upstairs. This looks rather familiar. In the garage?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because
there was
he
no work
believed
to do, right?
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Hey,
why
you're
did
right.
Doors close automatically behind him wherever
well,
he
that's your
went?
doing, I imagine.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yes.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Oh, God.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Yes, please let it be. Thank
what
you.
a relief Stanley felt.
No, this is
to
still
have
the
finally
same.
Found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I'm still
He thought
crazy.
to himself, I suppose I'll wake up
I'm walking
soon.
around in
Have
the
to go
same
back
place
to
over
my
and over
boring
again like a
real-life
crazy
job
man. That's
pushing
the
buttons.
definition of
I may as
insanity.
well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Holy, I'm flying. Oh
Then
my
he
God, this
imagined
game is
himself
amazing.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun. and Stanley
I'm on
marveled
speed
that
or
he had
something.
still
I don't
not
know what I'm
woken up.
high on, but this stuff
How
is
was he
amazing.
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Just keep walking.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now
Because
the
I'm
voice was
crazy.
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Yeah, this is all your
as
fault,
awake
not
right
my
now
fault.
as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice
I was
speak
just
these
floating in
words was
space.
quite
What do
a
you
shock to
mean
Stanley.
awake?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
God.
How else would the voice
It's
explain
a dream
all that?
about me
This
thinking
voice
I'm
was
in a
part
dream,
of
but I'm not
himself
entirely
too.
sure
Surely,
whether I'm
surely,
dreaming or not.
if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his
I
back,
could go for that right now.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That's what a crazy person tells himself when he's going crazy. I'm okay. Nothing's wrong. I'm okay. Take deep breath. I'm okay.
Stanley began screaming.
Holy shit.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an
God.
office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone
This is
hear
the
my
crazy
voice?
ending?
Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Again. This is the crazy ending. It must be.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I thought it was Stanley.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Dead.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Of course, he's wearing a
Everyone knows
white
what
lab
crazy people
coat.
look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real.
God, this
and
game
what
is
isn't.
messing with me.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Then why is he
Then
face
she remembered the
palming?
meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Run, woman. Be afraid of my dead body, for I will come back to life and eat you non-crazy people. The end is never the end. Please tell me this was the... He died! He just died! What the hell? This was another ending where he died. This must be the crazy ending. I don't know what else to call it. Jeez. Well, at least we had a fun story, I suppose. I'm just gonna try and look for more endings. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace.